to correctly both install and adjust a Honda GX120, 160, I think even goes up to a 200 Governor. So this is the one that came with it. This is the one that we're going to be installing. It's going to come with a new plate. This one works fine, but if we're going to be installing a new one, we might as well. This is the arm. The arm on that one's still good, it's just dirty. So the reason why I had to even do this was because I was having to get a new block. So I take the Governor completely off. Just double checking, make sure this is the right size and whatnot. Yeah, it should be good. Okay. So, anyway, I had to put a new block on, and then something that I discovered was that there was a missing spring. And for whatever reason, this missing spring is crazy expensive. Grab it out of this bag, if it will let me. This is not the missing one, but it was damaged. This is the tension spring. This is the throttle spring. This, for whatever reason, was missing, and this by itself was $9. This whole kit, no, it was $11. This whole kit, including the arm, the new linkage, everything except for the mounting bolts, which are fine. I'm going to use the old ones. Was about $15. I'm going to put a link in the description below. So if you need to get a new spring, you might as well just replace the whole thing. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this old one off. It's just going to come off with one 10mm bolt. I'll be right back. Okay. Excuse me, there's two. Oh, I'm going to need an extension for this one. So this is going to be a two-part thing. This is going to be how to both install a new Governor and how to set it. You're going to need your carburetor on here. So I have my carburetor, even though it's not cleaned yet. This is more or less trash. You do want to double check to make sure it's the same. The exception of maybe these holes being different sized. Yeah, and obviously a lot cleaner. So I'm going to put this on the same way the other one came off. Okay, so far everything is pretty normal. I did have to tighten this 10mm nut down because the arm wasn't keeping its location when you hold on it. Next, take your arm. Put it on top. Press down. Now, you usually go on the very end. This one's no exception. There we are. We're going to want to put our carburetor on now. This is just to kind of properly set the location of it. So now we're going to need to put it to the carburetor. Then once the tank is on, it should be pretty much invisible. See? So that should be fine. Let's take this off. Now we are going to need our tension spring. This has a couple of slots on there. I'm just going to put it on the middle of the two. And that goes on the other end and the bottom of the arm. So that way, when it gets tension, it gets tension. Okay. So now that we have that done, we push it all the way to... let me double check that position. Actually, we adjusted it. I put it in that hole. Some of them only have 3, some have, obviously this has 5, but we're going to want that one for at least a 160. So now that we have that done, this spring is going to go on when we actually put the carburetor on for permanence, because we're going to take off this linkage, and the linkage slips in between there. We're not going to use this at the moment. Okay. Now, take your bolt from the left side and put it in. That way you can adjust this later. Okay. Next, we are going to put the nut on there. If I could find it. Let me take a look. Okay, found it. So you put that back on. What that does is that puts tension on it, or pressure against the actual governor rod. Now with this all the way to full throttle, take a pair of pliers, you twist it clockwise until it stops. You tighten. And there we have it. Okay, so like I said, when looking at this one, it appears to be exactly the same. So I'm not too concerned over anything like that. If we were to put full throttle, looks like it's good to go there. This isn't mounted, that's why. And then we put idle, returns, so we're good to go there. There's no binding. Yeah, so you just make sure to turn it clockwise, not counterclockwise. Let me show you the difference. Okay, so this is the corresponding end of the arm. That's the actual governor right there. As the crank spins, it creates the this to move out. It's hard without it spinning. But if you were to do it counterclockwise, can you see how the arm's not touching the end of that? Now, if you were to do it clockwise like you're supposed to, it's touching that. That's why you want to make sure you do it clockwise. You want this to be touching the governor gear. Okay, well, yeah, that's about it. Everything should be good to go. I'm going to finish up this machine, put it all together, and after that, should be ready to go. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, definitely leave a message below. To definitely subscribe, put a thumbs up, that definitely helps me a lot. Again, thumbs up, that helps me a lot. But yeah, if you want to know a little bit more about this, and be sure to also comment on that. If there's something I didn't explain, I need a little more detail on, feel free to leave a question as well. In a little while, I'm going to be explaining how to easily remove the governor on this if you need to use it for like maybe a mini bike or go-kart. It's actually quite simple. You could do it directly from here, but that's a different video for a different day. If you want to see the video before why I even had to do that, make sure to look at my videos. It's going to be the rebuild one, so keep an eye out for that one. But yeah, hope everyone has a good rest of their day. Good night. So I wanted to show I put this little spring on over the arm. That spring attaches to the other end of the carburetor and then goes into the slot. You can also put it in the same hole, but I just put in the one next to it. Okay, this time it's really the end. Have a good night, everyone.